In the bustling streets of 1760s Boston, tension hangs in the air like a storm about to break. While colonial merchants and craftsmen go about their business, casting wary glances at these symbols of British authority. This is where our story begins, a tale of revolution that would change the course of history. The seeds of revolution were planted in the aftermath of the 7 Years' War. Britain, victorious but deeply in debt, turned to its American colonies to help foot the bill. In London, Parliament members debated new taxes, seemingly deaf to the growing discontent across the Atlantic. They are our subjects, and they shall pay. But the colonists had other ideas. In taverns and meeting houses across the 13 colonies, a radical notion was taking hold. No taxation without representation. No taxation without representation. These weren't just words, they were the first sparks of a revolutionary fire. March 5, 1770. The streets of Boston are covered in snow, and tension reaches its breaking point. A crowd gathers outside the custom house, facing off against British soldiers. Go back to where you came from. Hold your ground. Taunts are thrown, then snowballs, then rocks. Steady, lads. In the chaos, shots ring out. 5 colonists lay dead in the snow, their blood staining the white ground red. The Boston Massacre, as it would come to be known, becomes a rallying cry for independence. 3 years later, on a cold December night in 1773, the harbor of Boston witnesses an act of defiance that would echo through the ages. Dozens of men, some disguised as Native Americans, board 3 ships laden with tea. In a matter of hours, 342 chests of British tea worth nearly $2 million in today's money are dumped into the harbor. The Boston Tea Party becomes a symbol of colonial resistance. This tea will never reach the king's swift and harsh. Parliament passes the Coercive Acts, which colonists soon dub the Intolerable Acts. Boston Harbor is closed, Massachusetts' self-governance is severely restricted, and British troops are quartered in colonial homes. These acts won't break us, they only fuel our resolve. April 18, 1775. The night air is filled with tension as Paul Revere and other riders gallop through the countryside, warning that the British are coming. The British are coming! By dawn, the shot heard round the world will be fired on Lexington Green, marking the beginning of open warfare between Britain and its colonies. Philadelphia, during the sweltering summer of 1776, Thomas Jefferson puts pen to paper, crafting words that will reshape the world. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. The Declaration of Independence is more than a document, it's a bold statement of human rights that will inspire generations to come. The war that follows is a David versus Goliath struggle. The British Army is the most powerful military force on earth, while the Continental Army under George Washington is often barely able to feed and clothe its soldiers. Yet determination, clever strategy, and crucial help from France gradually turn the tide. At Saratoga in 1777, American forces secure a decisive victory, changing the course of the war.